Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been another little while, sorry. Welcome back to the top half of my face because yeah, I'm still too shy to be full faced on camera. But anyway, so today I thought it would be a cool idea to do a review slash first impressions because I haven't used these palettes yet, but I thought it would be cool to do one eye using the CARLI BYBLE ABH collab, and then the other eye I'll be using the HUDA Nude Obsessions because the color schemes are similar and I thought it would be nice to do a soft glam look. So yeah, so it'll be like a versus sort of. Since I am going to be doing ABH on the one eye, I'll use their primer or eye base, and then for the HUDA side, because I don't have a HUDA primer, I mean like eye base, or I don't have any of their complexion products, so I can't use like their concealer, so I'm just gonna do the P. Louise 0.5 base because it's the closest shade to the Anastasia one. So yeah, let's get started. So I'll be using the CARLI BYBLE. Focus please. There we go. So I'm gonna just be using the brush that comes in the palette as well. Yeah, actually one of the first ever palettes that I bought with my own coin was the CARLI BYBLE and BH Cosmetics collab, but the first palette, not the bigger second palette. And yeah, I was really happy with that. I used like all of the highlighter that was in it. I must say, BH Cosmetics comes out with pretty good like products. Never complained really. But okay, so I'm gonna wing it. I actually have no idea exactly what I'm gonna do. Oh yeah, I need to put my base on first. Just give me a second. So, of course, the base, which you've probably seen already. This one, I've said before, is a lot more liquid in comparison to the P. Louise one, and it dries more matte in comparison to the P. Louise one. The P. Louise stays more sticky. I don't really know if I like one more than the other yet, because I don't feel like I've used the ABH one enough in comparison, because I've been using the P. Louise one for at least 2 years now. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure yet, but I feel like depending on what style of look I do, like if I just want to have a completely blank space and also set it, then I use the ABH one. Like for example, if I want to do a graphic liner look, and obviously I don't need my base to be sticky, then I'm just going to be setting the base, then I'll use the ABH one because it's just more convenient. And then obviously so far, if I do really big blends, which is rare honestly, I prefer doing graphic looks, but then I'll just use the P. Louise one because I don't know, it's just been a staple in my kit for a very long time now. So yeah, so anyway, so I'm just gonna put a little bit just directly on my eye, and I'll blend it out with my finger because the only time I'd be using it with a brush is if I was carving out my brow, but I've already done my brows, so I don't need to be doing that. So just with my middle finger, I'm just gonna pat it in. Okay, so I'm okay with that. Then I don't really know what look exactly I want to go for, so I'm just gonna wing it, but it won't be anything too like crazy, so I really want to stick to something soft. But I really do want to use the shade Mandala, which is like this purpley shift. Also because in the Nude Obsessions palette there's also a purple shade somewhat similar to this, so I just thought it would be nice to use that. I think I'm gonna go into Cindy And with the fluffy end of the ABH brush that came in the palette, just gonna go in it lightly. There is a little bit of kickback, but honest to God, I really don't care. I know people probably have a problem with that, but just go in it lightly. Don't, you know, dig your brush in. But so I'm just gonna start on my outer edge and pat it in. I like to pat in first and then blend. When the brushes in the like palettes like these of Anastasia are pretty new, they do tend to shed quite a bit, I've noticed, but then like after a while they're fine. It's just like when they're new. I blend up pretty close to my brow bone because I have a lot of lid space, so I just prefer it that way. If I stick pretty low, then it's like, it just looks weird on me. I think it makes my eyes look small, but then I have all this space at the top and it's just, it looks weird on me. I'm really just softening this out as much as possible, going back and forth. I really like this shade. I love peach shadows. I always think they look nice on me. I'm really focusing on the outer edge because I think I'm going to be doing like a somewhat of a half cut crease so that I can focus the shimmer purple really on my inner area. And this will be a really simple look. I'm not going to get too technical. I don't think I'll actually cut my crease. I think I'll just go in with the shimmer and do like a faux cut crease. Which honestly, if you're a person that is, you know, really busy, and this is like your look for the day, then it's just easier to do that than try and get a perfect cut crease, I think. Which also sometimes, like, I'm actually more of a messy makeup enthusiast, even though a lot of the looks that I do are very sharp and, you know, precise, but that's just like for artistic purposes. Like, I'm honestly, if I actually bother to do my makeup, if I'm going anywhere, I mean bother to do eyeshadow because I always wear foundation, etc. But I'm literally like a one shadow type of person. I'll just put one shade all over my lid and then like I'm done. A mascara and go, you know? Not even in a corner highlight, whatever, just that's it. But anyway, I want to go in with that same shade on my bottom lash line, but my under eye area is kind of dry right now because I over powdered, which I always make a mistake doing that, so cute. But so I'm just gonna take a little bit of the primer or eye base or whatever and put it underneath, and then just blend it in with my finger again. If I've put a bit too much, I'll interchange and swap, like just swap fingers just to blend it out more. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with that same shade and just buff it out. I don't need to go too close to the lash line because I will be going in with another color. This is just the transition shade pretty much. Okay, so now I'll be going in with the shade BYBLE. It's kind of a mauve shade, and with the same brush, and I'm gonna really pack it in right there. Got a bit of fallout, but that's okay. honestly, the color scheme is a little similar to her BH collab. Like this shade specifically reminds me quite a bit of her BH Cosmetics collab, but that's not a problem because I love the shade. If I need more help blending in the edges, I'm just gonna go back in with Cindy, the first shade that I used, and go around the edges. And obviously I'll be putting BYBLE on my bottom lash line. I don't know how good this is looking on camera, but in person I like it. And then if I made a mess because of fallout or whatever, I'll just do additional cleanup like afterwards. I'm not too worried about it. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the shade Mandala in my inner corner. I'm gonna try without cutting my crease first and see how it works. What I am going to do though is I will I'm just gonna run my the flat end of the brush. I'm gonna wipe it on a face wipe, just to dampen it a bit, because it makes working with shimmers a whole lot easier and it makes them pop. So okay, so now on the inner part of my eye. Okay, it's not really showing much. I'm gonna try with my finger. Another trick that you can do is you can spray some setting spray into the shade or on your brush as well, but not everyone is comfortable doing that. I'm just gonna wet my brush more. Okay, I really dug into the shade now. It wasn't really working so well before. I don't really know how well that's showing on camera, but in person it's very, very subtle. Just think I need to keep packing it on maybe. It looks better on camera, I think. In person it's like really, really subtle. But I do love the shift in it. I'm just gonna keep packing and packing it on. I mean, regardless of me packing it on, it doesn't feel like heavy or uncomfortable on the eye. So it's not a problem. I'm gonna soften the edges a little bit. And then, just to add an extra pop, I think I'm gonna go in with Mu, which is this gold shade, and put it close to the center. And then I'm gonna go back in with BYBLE and just blend that in a bit more. And I'm just wiping down the flat side of the brush, and I'm gonna go in with Bare. And I'm gonna go in my inner corner a little bit. Just give it a matte highlight. And then I'm also gonna add a little bit on my brow bone, just under there. Okay, I think I'm happy enough with that. I'll apply lashes after I've done the look with the Huda side. So that's it for the CARLI BYBLE palette. Like, as far as first impressions goes, I'm okay with it. Like, it's nice, it's really cute. The shimmers are pretty. I'm sure they'll probably pop more if I use my finger or something, but I wanted a little more precision, so obviously I used the brush. There was a little bit of fallout, you can probably tell. Just dusting it off. I do wish it was a little darker, like right in the inner part. It's kind of, but anyway, whatever, I'm fine with it for now. So I'm going to be applying the P. Louise 0.5 base, And again, just blending it out with my finger. This base is way thicker in comparison. Again, just using my middle finger. The brushes that I'm going to be using for this side are from the Pure Cosmetics holiday collection. They have these like cute glittery handles. And so obviously the shades in the HUDA Nude Obsessions palettes are not exactly like the CARLI BYBLE ones, but the color scheme is quite similar. So I'm just gonna, you know, wing it. It won't be exactly like the look on my left eye, but yeah, it'll be similar. So I think I'm gonna go in with a mixture of this shade and this shade for the outer edge, and again just pat it in first. See, mixed together, it's close to, just a little lighter than the ones in the CARLI BYBLE palette. Honestly, the I've never tried the big HUDA palettes, but the little Obsessions range, I love them. Like for example, the Neon Obsessions, like in my opinion, is one of the best releases this year. I don't have any complaints. Like blending these shadows is so easy. Just so in love with them. Obviously that right now there's a significant difference from the color that I put on the ABH side. That one was much more dark. Take reviews with a grain of salt. Also because I in particular I'm putting some base on my bottom lash line again. This time obviously with P. Louise one. I'm not very picky when it comes to makeup, I don't think. Specifically because if you've ever been the kind of person who could never really afford makeup, when you do, especially high-end makeup, when you do finally get products that are somewhat, well, like just in general, when you have products and you just know how to work with makeup, I feel like it's difficult to really hate a product, especially for me. Like I really can't think of many products I have a problem with, you know. I got a bit too much, but anyway. Just, and again with the light shades, I'm going to be blending them in my bottom lash line. Oh, I forgot to mention, the Nude Obsession palettes are based on complexion. So this is for people that have light skin tones, and then there's the medium palette, which is like this on the inside, and then there's dark, which is like this, which I think is actually an incredible concept. Also because these are so easy to just put in your bag and go. So if you're a person who's really busy, you can just take one of these with you wherever you are, wherever you need it. I'm currently using the light one, so I really like the packaging as well. It's like faux snake skin, sort of, I guess, or crocodile skin, I don't know. Okay, so once I'm done blending that out, I think I'm gonna go in with a mixture of this shade and this mauve shade, because the mauve shade isn't dark enough to somewhat replicate this, but I still would like a mauve tone. So I'm just gonna mix it with this brown and get something similar, although it won't be very similar, but something. And then pat it in first, of course, if I need to just blend out the creases. Okay, and just go in there. See, it's actually quite similar, and I blend it all the way into the front. And again, if I need to blend out the edges a little better, I will go back in with the lighter shades. Okay, I've encountered a small problem, but I'm not sure if that's the shadow or just my eye, because I do tend to get dry patches on my lids. So I don't know if you can see, it doesn't really want to stick right here, but on the edge it's stuck quite a bit, you know what I mean? But I'm just gonna move on. Okay, so now with this little flat brush, I'm going to dip into this purple and put it in the inner corner area, and I'm gonna dampen it the same as I did. It's a more vibrant purple, at least in the palette. It's very sparkly. It's definitely a different type of shimmer compared to the ABH. Like, the other one is more satiny and this is more glittery, if that makes sense. Now then I'm gonna go in with a mixture of this pinky shade and this more mauve rose gold shade. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back in and just blend out the edges. I have a lot of sparkly fallout. Okay, and then as I did on the ABH side, I'm gonna go in with the lightest matte shade and put in my inner corner. Okay, now I'm gonna put some lashes on. I have these lashes by, they're just 3D lashes by Pure Cosmetics. They don't have a proper name, at least I didn't see it on the box, so yeah, I'm gonna use these ones. And then I'll be right back. Okay, so that's it. I didn't put any liner in my waterline, or I didn't do a wing or anything, but so these are the completed looks. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills X CARLI BYBLE palette on this eye, and then this eye is the Huda Beauty Nude Obsessions in, well, the light palette. I think overall they both performed not too differently from each other, although the shimmers on the Huda side are definitely a lot more popping, just more bright and shimmery, and the ones on the CARLI BYBLE palette are a lot more subtle, but I really do like the shift in the purple. I think overall for me, my favorite side might be the ABH side. I just think it suits me better, but obviously, like I said, the shimmers pop more on this side, so if you're more of a sparkly girl or boy or person just in general, then this might be the side for you. But let me know in the comments which side is your favorite side, and I actually would like to continue doing this series, and not just with brand versus brand, but also maybe just comparing different palettes from the same brand. So I was also thinking that I might do a Norvina Volume 2 versus Norvina Volume 3 palettes, so like a look on each eye. If you guys would like that, let me know. Also because I haven't really worked with them enough. I feel like when when you create content and you're on PR lists, you kind of get overwhelmed with new products, and then it's kind of like, when do you have time to use a palette more than once until there's a new palette that just came out and now you need to play with that one, you know? But anyway, so yeah, these are the completed looks. My only issue with this side obviously is that it wouldn't stick to the one area, but yeah, overall I'm not unhappy, and this is a first impressions, and I do think I need to play around with the palettes a lot more and learn to work with them, because trying a palette once is definitely not going to give you your final decision on how well it performs, especially, at least for me, because there have been products in the past before that I didn't particularly like when I first tried them, and then later on absolutely loved the more that I used it and figured out which ways worked best for me when using it. So yeah, I guess that's all. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I will try and post more videos more often. I keep saying that, but sometimes life gets in the way or anxiety gets in the way, and then yeah, anyway. So also please like this video if you like this video, and again, as I said, let me know if you'd like me to just continue this series of reviewing and testing out new products and comparing them. Yeah, and I guess that's all. All the products that I used on my face and on my eyes will be in the description below as well. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, depending on what time you're watching this, or just great day in general. Yeah, so bye.